Hello everybody, welcome back to the now 5th episode of Why You're Bad at Cardistry. I know it's actually been quite a bit since I released the last one, but those first 4 were filmed over the course of like almost one weekend, and since then I've had school and work to catch up on, so now I can get back onto it, that it is the weekend again, which is probably how it's going to be for the foreseeable future unless I suddenly find a way to open up a lot more of my time, because each of these does take around an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours to produce and such, mainly because my upload speed is really shitty. So today's video is going to be about a theoretical, simple concept called framing. So what is framing? Well, framing is generally described as how your hands sit around a move. How, if a cardistry move is a painting, your hands are the frame. So, framing is generally described within a range of compact, meaning hands close together, and open. And you'll see that because you hold the packets in your hands, crazy concept, the wider the frame, the more open your move looks, and the more compact the frame, the closer the packets will be together, the more compact your move will look. So, I'm going to demonstrate this concept using, for example, let's just say like a civil cut or something. You do something like this. Okay? So this right here would be the example of an open frame. Notice how my index finger is fully extended and my right hand is as far away from my left hand as I can realistically get it without getting into like this range where it doesn't even look like civil anymore. So this is an open frame. There's a lot of space between the packets. And then if we repeat this, something like this would be a compact frame. I can even get it even closer. So you'll see that the packets are, of course, close together and the move just looks more compact. So why would you want to use framing or even know about it? Well, first, framing is very important in certain sequences and combos. The example that I would use is the same one that the guy who coined the term framing would use, and that was Huron Low in the flicker shot tutorial. In the tutorial for flicker shot, Huron Low uses framing to describe how you should do the sequence that you would do into flicker shot, which is the R2T combo. And that kind of looks like this. And he says you want to maintain a close frame where your hands are together like this. Otherwise, if your hands are too far apart, you end up kind of flapping around like a chicken. And even though the absolute motions of the move are the same when your hands are close together, they're more synchronized and they look more congruous, and it can just make the move look a lot more skillful. You'll see that whenever anyone does this combo, they tend to do it close together. That's why compact frames are generally more preferred in combos, because they make the whole thing seem closer together, makes it look like there's more movement happening. It just gives a greater appearance on screen and even in person. So, one more thing for framing is going to be how you can use it in the creative process. So you can do something called forcing a frame, where you're designing your move, you've gotten to a grip or something, and you decide, okay, I want to design this move with a compact frame. So while I create it, I'm only going to let the motions happen that occur when my hands are close together. And this is an example of what you would call a conscious restriction, where you intentionally impose a rule, in that case being that your hands can't move too far apart, or you must maintain a compact enough look. So you'll create that conscious restriction for your creation of the move. And what that can do is, like all conscious restrictions, it makes creating the move easier and more intuitive by cutting down on the possible number of directions that the move can go in while you're creating it. I call these creation paths. And I'll be talking more about conscious restrictions and creation paths in what might be the next WYBaC video. But for now, just take these short, quick concepts about framing to heart, that you want to generally keep your hands close together for a compact frame, and that open frames do exist but generally are not as preferred, and that framing can be applied to any move. Any move can usually be done with a closed or open frame, and that it can help in creation as a conscious restriction. And I'll be talking more about conscious restriction soon, so if you feel like you didn't really understand it, don't worry, because I will definitely be going over it in more detail later, along with probably several other videos which may include features from other cardists about different ways you can take the creative process. So that's going to be that for this video, pretty short. And I will see you all in the next one, which may be uploaded next week. Maybe I'll do it tomorrow. Probably not. Who knows? Oh, one final thing. As always, the document for future topics is in the description, but if you look at it, you'll see that with the release of this video, there is only, I think, 1 or 2 videos left on that document. So, starting with this video, if you're watching it and you have an idea, or if you want to be featured, please tag me, message me on Discord, or leave a comment, because I look at all of those all the time because I like them. If you have an idea, let me know, or else I'm going to run out of them for this series pretty quick. Thanks. I'll see you all soon.